Hey, my friends, for today's cyclist is Graeme Street, and you're here with me in the Cyclo-CORE training studio. This is where I instruct so many of you that are doing my CYCLO90 day high intensity training plan. I've got a couple questions that have been coming in, and these are questions that I get a lot concerning body weight or body fat loss and using the CYCLO90, in particular the Cyclo-H.I.T 30-minute sessions. If you're following CYCLO90 and you are interested in dropping body fat and body weight, much like I am, I'm a pretty heavier set individual that struggles to drop body fat, particularly in the off season when there's lots of good food around, beer, all those other things. I'll use my training and a couple quick tips I want to share with you about how to increase your metabolism using the workouts. During the CYCLO90 day HIT system, we obviously have a variety of different types of workouts. Typically 2 days per week, I am asking you to get on your indoor trainer with me in the videos to do either 1, 2, and potentially up to 3 Cyclo-H.I.T 30-minute high-intensity workouts. As you know, those workouts are very high intensity, and it's not just to be hard and get you more fit. Those workouts are designed to be a metabolic driver. It's like flipping your metabolic switch in your body to start to burn body fat. You can see I'm dripping sweat here. I just finished 1 hour of 2 HIT 30s bundled together. During that hour, I created several metabolic stimuli by going into my zone 4, my zone 5. I did neuromuscular drills today, did tension drills today, things that were really beyond my normal ability creating that driver. Before I started, I had 0 food coming in. So if you're typically one of those riders that likes to have a big bowl of cereal or waffles or pancakes or juice before you train, if you're interested in dropping some body fat, I suggest you remove that food prior to your indoor sessions, particularly the HIT 30 workouts. And the reason why is simple. I don't really want insulin going up as I'm going to ask your body to create that metabolic driver. Because what that metabolic driver really does is it creates a stimulus for your brain to release a hormone called growth hormone. That growth hormone is kind of like your fountain of youth, the way that your body gets lean and recovers fast and stronger and faster. We want to vitalize that chemical, and we do that by using high intensity training. It's a natural trigger for your brain to release that chemical. If we have insulin, meaning eating food coming in at a really high velocity while we're training, we're kind of fighting that tug of war between growth hormone and insulin. Unfortunately, these two hormones, although work together, they don't like to be out together at the same time. If growth hormone's up, we want insulin down and vice versa. So when you're doing your training, if body fat loss is a key to you, you want to do the session as much devoid of food as possible. If you want to have a cup of coffee beforehand, absolutely feel free to do so. I know that I do in the morning. If you're doing an extended session, meaning that I'm asking you to do more than 2 or more of the HIT sessions together, if you wanted to, about halfway through the session, you could have 1 or 2 chalk blocks, or of course, you could have a couple hammer gels or goos or whatever you prefer. I like chalk blocks or hammer gel about 30 minutes through. And the reason I'm doing that is my blood sugars will naturally drop off, especially as I'm pushing the intensity boundaries. And if I want to move into a second workout, and you want to maintain your higher performance output, and you seem to be dragging, adding in a little bit of sugar coming in, about 100 calories worth, 150 calories worth, is going to kind of give you a spark plug without slowing down that metabolic driver. It's for those of you that are adding like 500 calories into an hour-long workout, or just before you go to a spin class, or just before you do CYCLO90. That's when you run into trouble. And if you're looking to get leaner, although we need food coming in, obviously, we want to portion that food separately. Now, when I finish this workout today, I'm actually filming this video for you, so I'm not eating any calories right now for the next 20 or 30 minutes until I go downstairs with my family and have breakfast. And when I do that, I'll probably have a protein shake with minimal amounts of carbohydrates. I'm in an off-season phase right now, so although I want carbohydrates coming back in to replenish my glycogen, I don't want to overindulge on that because later in the day, more than likely, my body's going to be hungrier for even more carbohydrates. So if you're one of those people that tends to struggle with keeping the carbs out or minimized, like I do, whether it's the chips or the snacks or the pastas, the breads, the cereals, if you tend to feel like that addiction for more and more sugar, best thing to do is splice it out earlier in the day, and that's going to create a trend for your body to make sure that incoming sugar remains low, helps you control your hunger more. Next time you get into your trainer workout, I know, again, for many of you doing a trainer session or a workout in general, without food is a little bit daunting or scary at times because you've never done that. But trust me, once your body learns how to expedite energy from your stored body fat, your stored glycogen at a faster rate, you're actually going to see an improvement in performance. To give you an example, I finished an hour-long session today. My current threshold right now is supposed to be 310 watts. I had at least 15 to 20 minutes today, over 325 watts with no food coming in. Now, granted, that's an improvement in performance from using CYCLO90, but it's also a good testament showing that my body's becoming more efficient at metabolizing calories and not becoming reliant on a whole bunch of extra foods coming in. This is just water here, so I don't have a whole bunch of extra calories. I've only had 100 calories in the past hour, and my energy is sky high. I hope these tips are helpful. Again, if you're using CYCLO90, you want to drop weight, listen to these tips again. It's really going to help you begin to metabolize more. Even if it's only twice per week you're following these tips, it's going to make a big difference. If you don't have CYCLO90 yet, I invite you to get it right now. I have many more modules coming out after the original CYCLO90 system to help move you through the entire year. So I've got you covered front to back. I will training with you literally right here on the bike, helping you get stronger and leaner for while you ride. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.